finish this series off. It's very much been about Doinb versus Scout, but I feel like it's not just this mid lane matchup anymore. It's the mid-jungle 2v2 that is defining everything. EDG with comfort picks, with potentially counter picks as well, with this Sylas being their last pick. Maybe it's enough for them to finish this series and return to the dominance of old.
Yeah, you know, the dominance of old for both teams, right? We've seen EDG have, I mean, the longest dynasty pretty much in LPL history. FPX being part of that new era that we had in the LPL ever since IG did win Worlds. FPX and following through in the next year. But I just love that you highlighted, again, not only mid lane, but mid jungle. Because once again, getting a bit of interesting runes, still the Predator on the Galio. The big thing for me, though, is we see Scout going with the Conqueror as compared to earlier when we did have a Sylas with the Fleet Footwork. He knows he's going to lose too heavily in this early matchup. I want to see if he skills his abilities more for all-in and goes back to the classic W max, or if it will still be what we've seen as of late, whereas Sylas, you go 3 points Q into W for a better laning phase.
We're also seeing one of the preferences from JJ when he plays the Olaf, going towards the Ghost, not going towards the Flash. He definitely wants to be speeding into these lanes, trying to go aggressive in those early stages, and utilizing the fact that Ghost has such a shorter cooldown in comparison to the Flash, and abusing FPX's lanes.
Mako and Viper stepping up for a 2v2.
Now we'll be able to answer with those ultimates later on, like we were hitting on earlier. Again, there's so many massive ones: Cannon Barrage, Heroic Entrance, even the Leona ultimate. I feel like is going to do so much trying to get on the back line of LWX.
I'd say that was incredibly satisfying to watch. Nuguri there as Doinb getting TP'd on Mako, flashing forward. The taunt out from Doinb. It's on to 3 of them, and Crisp is here. We wanted to see the Crisp roam, and this is the crispiest of them. But now, 3v3 going the way of EDG. Lantern out to safety. JJ 1v3 in this one as in goes Tien to try and finish a kill. Nobody goes down, and it's 0-0 still at the 5:30 mark.
It's the gentleman's agreement. Everyone goes low. They're like, lads, that's hurt a little bit. Let's just back away. Yes.
Yeah, and is he going to follow it? Not going to pull the trigger for now. Wants those chickens. Smite available for both junglers, but I don't think JJ can move in to try and contest this one.
Yeah, and I feel like there's just really no consistent burst on either side this early on, unless it is coming from the jungle roll. But I need to stop because FPX trying to transfer this up the top side.
You know, I was thinking this was going to be a bit of a slower early game. It was feeling that way. FPX, they're bored. They want to make things happen, and it's a dive onto Flandre. Not Meganar just yet. Taunt going to come on through. Stops him in his tracks. And Doinb's the mid laner to start it off this time around.
Stupid sexy Flandre. No one in FPX can resist him in that top lane. He falls to 4 members of FPX, and now LWX.
Mako cannot miss. Every single hook going his way, and now Viper comes in. LWX gets himself under the tower, but Viper flashes forward. Graviton hovering on. There's the root. Can they find the finish off? The Cannon Barrage coming out to try and protect LWX. There's no minions underneath the turret, but they're out of range. The bomb goes wide from Mako. Nice little bit of footwork there as Viper closes the gap. LWX, it was a Valiant. Oh, he gets the kill. Satchel charge away from Viper. Can he keep him at bay? Viper surely finishes this one off in the end. Solo kill, I guess, technically. In the meantime, a Drake is happening.
Yeah, so we see again the split map coming out because sure, EDG are getting the Drake. Look at your mini map though. Both Tien and Doinb are,
but he actually really hasn't had those opportunities to do so.
This Herald now going to go to the mid lane while plates are already taken on the bottom side by FPX, and this is the power of the Ziggs that we're talking about. Taunt from Doinb. He started 2v1 in the mid lane, but Tien moving in to try and help him out. That's the Dragon Rage into the loving arms of Nuguri.
Opportunities here for FPX to play off of these globals that we've been talking about.
That's the big thing, right? Is LWX, I feel like, just offers so much versatility, but we need to stop talking about it because Tien goes in.
Oh, this dive at the top side. Doinb going to come in with the Grand Heroes entrance, whichever one it is. Now under the tower they go, and it is immaculate from FPX.
Just great dive coming out from them. They are not letting Flandre play the game this time around. Gonna open up the map, but EDG looking for this dive again, but it's a Ziggs, boys!
Can't dive the Ziggs, the Satchel charge, just flips
Oh,
off
no.
the hook.
Oh,
Mako goes down! LWX, that was unbelievable.
How do you do it twice? How do you try and go for the same play and not learn from the first time? He just has more items. It's easier to clear the wave.
You know, and I thought we were getting a bit ahead of ourselves when we said, hey, EDG fans are sweating a little bit. But after seeing this, it is looking pretty
Absolute
rough for the
buckets
side.
now.
Yeah, for the side of EDG. Doing be massive 2-0-2. We're gonna go straight into the replay of the top side play. Again, Sonic Wages have not missed at all so far in this series. It sets up for Doonby to come in. Instant burst coming out from him, and Nuggery didn't even need to do all too much. It did look like he hit one barrel chain, but not even having the ultimate available. And I mean, Dagda, what is he doing?
Like, the thing about Thresh as well, right? You're not a tank champ. Like, a lot of people kind of think, oh yeah, well, you know, you got a little bit of health in the tank. You just don't. You are going to go down so fast.
Tian wants a 1v1 with the enemy top laner right here. Flandre turns Mega. A bit of a whiff coming out from the Everfrost. It's not gonna matter though. Doonby getting himself a kill, and finally in this series, we get to see Doonby winning action here in the LPL. As Fpx sieging in the mid lane, looking to take down some towers. Solar Flare going in. The bomb comes through, and Mako is down. Flandre off on the flank here, trying to find his Mega. No, trying to find his presence in this game at all. Fpx just barreling in through the mid lane here, and EDG desperately trying to scrap to survive in this game. We are just 20 minutes in, and Fpx are bashing down these Nexus towers. Viper goes to the Moonlight Vigil. He's trying to close the gap to LWX, but he just can't get in. Tiando's gone too deep, but Gore Drinker exists, somehow surviving. Oh my days, I thought he was gonna get a kill. Okay, Fpx retreat.
They went a little bit too far there. They do end up giving Tian over his life, but they cracked open the base. And I mean,
set him up to be a big carry threat if they can last that long, because man, it's just been so dominant so far.
And look, Mako throws the hook and it's like, oh, you've CC'd yourself. Thank you so much. We're all just gonna jump in on top of you. And it's a pile drive in towards the mid lane. Now look, Tian does go that little bit too far and giving over a kill, but you're still in a great spot as Fpx. And as you said there, like, one of the worst things for EDG is trying to push into these objective fights when you don't have vision. I mean, that push in mid lane, as you said, it's going to give full control towards Fpx around Baron, and they can do so much damage around that objective.
I do want to say, right, objectives are cool, control's awesome, and I love Tien with the mental game, just like, hey, I can style on you, but Fpx now looking for one of the patented Fpx Barons.
They just want to end this game. Remember, JJ, no flash. It would have to be Mako Spider-Manning in and bringing him on a lantern, but Baron down to 4,000 already. Doonby just playing distraction. In goes Mako. There's the Spider-Man play. The bomb goes.
Oh my God!
That's it! No way do EDG pull that one off. Mako, after the roughest game he's had this series, somehow makes the miracle happen.
It was a heroic play from Mako. Nice from JJ. They find the steal. They still lose 2 members though, but man, with these super minions, these Baron out minions coming out, I don't know if Fpx can actually look for anything, but this is going back and forth. Both teams playing for their survival.
And that would have been a disaster if Fpx got that Baron.
Yeah.
We just said how terrible their wave clear is. Add Baron buff on top of that, you are doomed as EDG. That steal, though, keeps their hopes alive in this game.
And really crucially, Infernal Drake coming up in 40 seconds. We've got to check in on that after the replay.
Yeah, we're going to see here, right, Doonby trying to do a nice job of zoning them off the pit. Still has to get away, but the hook into the lantern comes through. Ragnarok coming out. We're just going to see here, yeah, bomb. They're trying to burst it down. Fpx is doing a pretty decent job of at least utilizing all their tools possible, but just a clutch might from JJ in the end.
Yeah, Megamind Munchables over here. Calls it before. Like, you're the ones with the poke. You're the ones with the range. You're the ones that have the Infernal Soul in 2 minutes. Play this slow. Don't give EDG that chance to come back into it.
You're the ones that are 1-6 auto away from an inhibitor in the mid lane here. LWX staying on the bottom side. Mako gets a hook. In come the bombs. Tien low on HP. Has to flash over the wall. The Moonlight Vigil comes in from Viper. Maybe this is the moment. Mako finds the hook. Flash force and Fpx in full retreat.
Yeah, and sadly, it's not at the timing where Dragon would be up and EDG can try and turn that into some bigger objective, but right, they just keep buying themselves more breathing room. They keep buying themselves more time to get more items onto Viper, and Viper already sitting on the thread mark with the Infinity Edge.
Yeah, and he's got every kill that EDG have right now. That is the guy you need to be looking at, but Tien, Mako, with the heat-seeking hooks right now, manages to pick him off. You get the Gravitum coming in from Viper as well to hold him in place. And from this point forward, it's flashes galore, which are pretty key to be down before...
Without a doubt, the best AD carry in the league, and he proves it here in the final.
Yeah, and we're going to see here going straight into the replay, right? Fpx found the picks. They set this one up by just killing Mega, but EDG playing such a good job. We see Flandre about to turn Mega. Isn't able to CC that many members down, but you still find the initial pick. But look at Viper. He's left untouched. Already picked up the first kill. Gale forces to go in. Has the burst. Crescendum Severum. The most sustained in DPS you can. Side laners compared to FPX, where you only have the GP Gallo definitely wanting to be around the team, I think EDG are afraid of putting resources in side lanes because FPX will be so decisive and find and engage.
Yeah, especially if you've got that cannon barrage.
Nuguri! Oh, way! The Poison Snake strikes again. Viper finding the miracle moments time and time again.
This just Viper did. Like, this guy's a monster. He was kind of complaining at the start of the split that he didn't have enough MVPs. Guess who's going to get a VDG win?
Yeah, EDG are trying to force this fight. Flandre not going to be mega soon, though.
We're in the pit right now. Flandre about to turn into that mini Gnar. And remember, LWX on this Ziggs, he's so good at pushing you off a Baron.
Dragon is up in 30 seconds as well, so you need to try and reset here quickly as EDG. Nuguri will be up. They're trying to stop the backs.
They're trying to stop the recalls. Bombs coming on in. That will be 2 recalls completed, but that means 3 members of EDG could be left alone in the world here. Tien wants to go for the flank, won't find it. EDG get their recess, FPX beelining to the Drake.
Yep, I think FPX are making the right choice, right? Trying to run to the complete other side of the map. Make sure that EDG can't get the resets off as we do go straight into the pro view of what happened. Nice barrel coming out from him. Does have the sniper rifle. Just ridiculous, right? 4 item of Aphelios.
It was so smart from him, though. He used the Q so that then he could have access to the Calibrum, knew was coming up next, and that's what got Nuguri.
Nuguri is not here just yet. He's only just entering the jungle, so this is a window for EDG to take themselves to the Drake straight on towards that target. It's going to be a 50-50 as the taunt comes in. JJ forced to use his ultimate solar flare in the back line. Drake so low on HP, and it will go the way of EDG. They find themselves the Drake, but they're losing the fight right now. That's one down already. Health bars low. Viper over the wall. Keep your eyes on the Korean AD carry, but he will not find a window. That's 2 picks for FPX.
Yeah, that's the big thing right there. We're going to but TPs are coming out.
Can they stop the base? Is Tian looking for it? Scout dodges it. Viper heads back to the base himself. Scout, though, turns it around. Finds a window onto Tian. The Dragon's right Tian in a 1v1. Scout finds it. The heal. Scout surviving, but his base is in shambles. And now the rest of FPX moving in. Viper staying strong here. Has to defend. Gets 1 kill.
Oh my God.
EDG will not
What is going on?
die.
And Scout and Viper being the carries today, keeping this series alive. Viper's just too big. Scout is just too good, and FPX can't find their window to end the game.
And now Scout's in the perfect spot. He can move down to the bottom lane, start to get a bit more control. You have so long left on these death timers for FPX and EDG. They thought they were under pressure. They thought they were ones that were being aggressed on, but they're turning it back around.
Just doing so on EDG now, recognizing they have a window to go up towards the Baron. Death timers are still there. Nuguri having no TP as well, so should be able to keep a numbers advantage. Doesn't even matter if JJ's here at this point because Viper just deals so much damage.
Look at him shred through this Baron. This opportunity for EDG has been 4 years in the making. Scout could be caught here as the Baron is going to be taken down. The bomb is too late. Mako got the Baron of all people, but EDG get it. They're tied for Soul Point. They finally are closing in on that gold lead. Let's take another look at this miracle smite from Chechen.
I was terrified here when I saw where Viper had to position, right? He's right the way at the back. He's no real inlet into this fight. It was a great engage from Scout onto LWX, making sure they had to flash away, but just FPX trying to bite off more than they could chew. They had won this fight. This was their time to shine, but you end up having too many people.
Yeah, they can keep going with this, but still, FPX do have a great amount of wave clear, right? We've already highlighted the Ziggs of even the GP, whether it's barrels, whether it's the cannon barrage, but TP comes out from Scout. They're doing a good job of punishing.
He's one-shotting the tower. Frost comes in. They're looking for Viper, but he survives. Flashes out to the back of the play. Mako still going strong as the taunts coming on through the hero's entrance as well. Flandre has to turn gold on himself. They need to get onto Viper. He's 1 HP and he's taken down. FPX, they do the EDG and they refuse to die.
And it's so crucial that they were able to get onto Viper. Mega gets taken down right away. Flandre chunked low before he's even able to turn Mega and have an impact on the fight. FPX found their window.
Somehow, some way, FPX managed to make that fight happen. And I saw this hero hook from Mako and I thought he's safe. Watch, he predicts the play from Tien off the back of this and I think, right, that's Viper safe. But you get Nuguri coming through. You get these globals doing so much pressure and they're managed to just about find access to Viper and take him down.
Yeah, but so many members still able to close the gap. We see
The inside track to Baron.
And I like the idea coming through from Viper. You had used so many of those abilities from FPX, but now EDG are on the back foot. Scout will be looking for an ability to steal here.
yeah, Ziggs bomb does come out though. The damage is there. FPX in a pretty decent position.
Fpx on the wrong side of the rift here, crucially as well. Flandre about to turn into that Mega Gnar. This has to be the steal from Tian. Can he make the impossible possible? Scout trying to move on in. Tian jumps into the pit, but he's already gone down. The Baron taken by EDG, and they look for the fight as well. Do and B will fall in the midst of enemies, and EDG push forward.
EDG go for the aggressive play. They find the pick. TPs are coming out to
Viper
the end.
flashes forwards again. He cannot be stopped now. The last ditch effort from FPX, but they're outnumbered. They don't have the damage. They are taken down.
And it's all done for FPX. EDG have done it. They've taken down the Phoenix.
1,462 days since the last time that EDG won a finals. The faithful are rewarded again. What matters most is how well you walk through the fire, and this blaze has been extinguished.
2017 summer, the last time EDG won an LPL championship. This was the dynasty team of the LPL. Again, this is the old guard finally able to rebuild, come back with a stronger roster, and take down such a heavy favorite in FPX.
And it took everything. They needed every